How's it going? We have special guest, Quillian,
Hey.
and your famous, uh, secretive merfolk captain, Silas Sanders.
Hello.
Alright, so you've managed to make it back to the shoreline. Lortrum is helping your crewmates get like a nice fire going despite the rain. They've constructed kind of like a makeshift shelter for it. Um, so yeah, people are pulling up logs and stumps and enjoying a little bit of warmth for the first time today.
Okay. Really quick. The crystal things that we got out of those things, the mudmen,
Mm-hmm.
mud people.
Mud
Um,
wraiths.
yes. I didn't put those in my inventory. What should I put them down as? I took all
Uh,
four of them.
yeah, just write crystal cluster. As you look for them on your person, you've noticed that they've started to like clump together, and yeah, whereas they were like three separate crystals when you found them.
Yeah. And then I left the brown crystal thing, the one I found in the ocean on the boat. So
Yeah,
not have to worry about that
that's
right
still
now.
in your quarters. Yep.
Yeah.
So, um, the one person that you left on your boat was Oakensky, the half beast folk avian, and he decides to poke his head out onto the beach. Captain, I was working in your study with the crystal. I suppose there are two things of concern. Which would you rather hear about first?
Give me the bad news first.
I've been hearing sounds uh, below the middle deck. I haven't gone further. I thought I should tell you.
What kind of sounds?
Uh, Clanging, and it's not from the anchor. There aren't waves like that here.
Um, I should check that out really quick. What was the other news? Is that urgent as well?
Not urgent. It can wait.
All right, I'm gonna rush aboard the ship then, and then figure out what's going on.
All right. So you hobble up the plank onto the ship. Where do you go?
I'm just gonna immediately head for the bottom deck, pulling out my spoon, my trusty light spoon.
Okay. Oh, it is nighttime. Yeah, that is okay. So,
That and it's probably dark below deck, anyways.
yeah, leading by the spoon, you enter the lower deck. There are shadows everywhere. You don't really hear anything like what Oakensky described. However,
Is anybody there? Hello? I'm gonna start kicking around at things.
okay. You could get a few crates and um, maybe the center mast here. You make some noise.
What was that?
I must ask for your apologies, fine sir.
What? Huh, person? Come out right now. What is this?
So before you stand, well, doesn't really stand too tall, but stands a dwarf in full scale armor with a very large sword and a very large shield.
How did you get aboard this ship?
I stowed away on the last island.
Which last island? The first island or the other island?
Whatever you want to call it.
Um, was it a little island or a big island?
You tell me, you probably know just as much.
Okay, quick question for you. What's a train?
Don't
Would he?
know.
Would he? Is okay. That good enough. Wait a minute. How did you? All right. You know what? Come with me, please. I'm gonna try and lead him off the ship.
Okay. Do
Somehow-
you go willingly or do you resist?
I'll go willingly.
Okay. Alright, so you continue back up onto the top deck and proceed down the ramp, is that?
Yeah, I was gonna lead him back to the party.
Okay, yeah, so...
Be like, hey guys, we have a guest.
Oh, who is this?
This is, what's your name?
Your Vask.
Your Vask. Ah, I recognize the name. Yorod. Yorod. That's all you need to call me by. My last name. It doesn't matter. And he saunters up and gives you a hearty handshake. Good to see you, kinsman.
Oh, it's been many years since I saw you last.
Me? You've seen me before?
Oh yes, but I was but a wee lad.
Oh, well, how old are you?
Only 70.
Ah, well, it's good to see that the years haven't been hard on you.
Okay, quick question though. This
Yes.
is great and all, reunion, whatever. I'm assuming you're not gonna try and kill us in our sleep, as far as I know. The problem is how the hell did you manage to hide on that boat when we were literally being attacked by a kraken?
Everyone pauses what they're doing and then just looks to you for your answer.
Well, you see, I'm a very sturdy person. I just kind of placed my shield down, jammed my sword into a crate, and held on for dear life.
I was
But the
wondering.
bottom half was underwater. We had leaks.
I bailed you. Ever heard of a bilge pump?
Well, all right then. So wait, what are you doing here?
I'm on an adventure in search of gold.
Well, I can't offer gold, but adventure, sure. We've had more than our fair share.
Well, I've kind of been on the boat the entire time.
Yeah, quite a bit has happened off the boat too.
Get quite boring below deck.
I can see that. Well, let's get you up to speed. So this is an island. There's supposed to be shiny rocks. We have not seen shiny rocks yet.
Yeah,
We
the
have
rest,
seen.
What shiny
this-
rocks is in what kind of rocks?
at this point, the rest of the crew kind of goes about their business. Lordstrom slumps over and tries to get some sleep.
All right, yeah. So there are shiny rocks. We haven't seen them. Not sure what kind. Maybe iron. There's apparently a lot of iron here. There's goblins.
Mighty fine.
Yeah, there's goblins that are under the control of something. And then we've got weird mud things and other thing. It's just a lot of bad stuff, apparently. Not sure on everything yet. We've been here a couple hours.
I would say maybe a half day.
Yeah, we've been here, not even a full day yet. So we've already almost died once. So if adventure is what you're looking for, you're in the right place. The plan is to try and get some stuff and leave. As far as I know, we really need to. We can't show up empty-handed. Back when we return to Amalgam, because we will lose a boat. Probably. I mean,
And
doesn't
your head, probably.
I mean, that too. But let's see. I think why don't we all just get a good night's rest, and we will figure out our plans in the morning.
Okay. So yeah, Lortrim is asleep. I guess he expects that you guys will take care of watch, if that's a concern. He hasn't really communicated to you at all, so...
We should probably set up a watch, yeah.
Okay. Alright, so how long of shifts are you guys working?
3, 4. How many of us are there? There's me, there's me, Connor,
Yeah.
Xena, Jorvask now. I don't know if I want to trust him to take a watch by himself just yet. We literally just found a stowaway on our boat.
Yeah. Sierra, Yorad, Oaken Sky.
So that's 6 of us, not counting Jorvask. Let's do 2-hour shifts then? Or hour shifts even. We can get 6 hours of sleep.
Okay. All right. Who's leading in here?
See, let's have who's done the least so far.
Yorvask,
Yorad.
probably.
Well, I mean, Yorad has done the least physical labor today. Or was that the Oaken Sky?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Oaken Sky has been working on like deciphering the enchantment on that gem.
All right, let's have Yorad take first watch.
Okay. Gonna roll some dice. Actually, that's a 10, so that's pretty good. All right. Who's next?
I'll go next.
Okay. What's your wisdom modifier? Roll plus wisdom.
All right, give me a second. Got an 8.
8. You begin to hear some like low murmuring sounds from the wet wooden areas, like wooded. Something about that word I can't say, but yeah, some like low murmurs. Very strange.
I'm gonna pull out my spoon.
Okay. You do that.
Can I see anything if I hold the spoon towards them?
Your spoon only like casts a light that's like a torch, so no.
So no, there's nothing within torch proximity.
No. You're on the shoreline, and this is like further back towards the wooded area.
Okay, well, I'll just keep an eye on it then, and let the next person who takes watch know, like, hey, keep an eye on that. I'm hearing some noises.
Okay. Who do you pick to go next?
I'll wake up Xena.
Okay. Let me look at her wisdom. 12. Okay. That's pretty good. She starts to hear a little bit louder. Like she picks up on what you said, and starts to hear it a little bit louder even. All right. So it's been. Are you doing 1 hour shifts or 2 hour?
1 hour shifts. So that'll have been 3 hours halfway through the night.
Okay. Who's picking up halfway through the night?
I don't care. Just pick somebody.
Okay, it's gonna be Oaken Sky. 10, awesome. And then it's gonna be. So are you intentionally leaving Jorvask out of this or no?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, yeah. The sounds just keep getting louder through the night, but nothing happens.
All right, good. We didn't get killed in our sleep.
So, what does waking up look like?
Well, first I'm gonna wake up, and look at Jorvask. Is he even awake yet? Is he an early riser or a late riser?
I've been awake the entire night.
If you do that, I'm gonna have to mark it ability.
Okay, I am an early riser then.
Okay.
Okay, so you're awake as well then.
Yeah. Oh, also, since you made camp, mark off 1 day of food for everyone involved.
What if you don't have food?
I will mark it off of Xena's then.
That sounds good. Because I don't have food on my person. Wait, what does she have?
She had like 3 days worth, so she's down to 1 now.
Of what?
Crab meat jerky.
Alright, cool. My character's picky, so.
Okay.
Yes, he will starve himself if he does not have the right food. Do we heal, by the way, for sleeping?
Yes, since you ate and slept, yes. And you can mark off
Full?
one debility if you have it.
No, I'm good. But do we heal back up to full?
Yes.
Me with my super sturdy 17 HP.
That's not the worst in the world.
No, but it's not great either.
Okay. So as you come to, you start to hear like weird voices, distinct from the sounds you heard at night. Those sounds have kind of like petered out around maybe 6 a.m. But the words you hear is like, "To the south," the mystic said. "I tells him we don't ever go south because of the human, but what does he tell me? He tells me my family's dead if I don't do this. Twist my ear, why don't you? Shut up, Ergon. We check coast, we see thing, we light fire, no need talk. Yeah, we just got a little ways to go."
Can I say is there a chance that I could prepare spells?
Yeah.
Or is this would I have had a chance to prepare spells before this point?
Probably not. You still have yesterday's though.
Which would be Fireball and what was it? I had Fireball and Detect Magic, but I lost Detect Magic, so I haven't had a chance. So I've got Fireball still.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you hear the sounds of maybe a small goblin force coming towards you. However, you can't see anything right now.
I'm gonna stand up then.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, I'm gonna stand up but crouching.
Okay.
And whisper to everybody, "Goblins from is it the north of us or?"
You don't know where.
It's not distinct enough, really.
They're probably still in the wooded area. Jeez, I'll get that word someday.
Yeah, well then I'll be thinking, "Goblins, guys, I hear them."
Everyone kind of startles awake a little bit. "Captain, what do we do?"
I'm gonna look at Lorthram and be like, "What do we do about goblins? Are these magic goblins or goblins?"
Only one solution for these guys. And he gets up, he draws his blade very nonchalantly, and just like tries to like hunker down behind a rock somewhere.
Is there any chance we could turn the goblins against the thing? What was the thing what did you call it again?
The old one.
Yeah, is there any chance we could turn them against him? Goblins aren't very smart.
He kind of shrugs a little bit and looks at you.
What do you guys think? And I'll look at the rest of the crew. Should we try and reason with the goblins, or should we not take the risk?
What is
I've run into many goblins in my day. They're not too smart.
Does Xena or Connor have any input on this?
Nope, since they're not here.
All right. What about Yorad or Ciara? They've seen how well my past negotiation attempts have gone.
Yorod is just like shaking his head no. And Ciara is she's backing up and gonna go get on the ship.
All right, we'll negotiate then. We'll try it first.
Wait, Sheldon, what's your charisma at?
Oh, my charisma's garbage. I don't even have it's a 0 modifier.
Fun.
Okay, so what is your?
I think I'm charismatic is the problem.
Okay, so what's your plan to get their attention?
I'm gonna throw a rock off of a little ways. Try and make some noise and draw him out, and then surround him.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
So you're not trying to negotiate. You're trying to draw them into a trap.
Well, I was trying to draw him out, and then I was going to talk to him when we had the upper hand.
Okay. All right. So you throw up a mighty pitch with a heavy stone, and it hits into the soft sand silently.
Gosh darn it.
I got this.
What are you gonna do?
Yells, "Come out, you goblins!"
You hear just like skittering and like
works.
excitement and tons of footsteps meeting the soft sand.
Oh wait, how many footsteps are we talking here?
You see over the hill, you see 5 scouts and 2 lieutenants. Goblins, very hairy, very short, green and gray skin, fangs, blood red eyes.
Pointy ear? They got pointy ears too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Hey, I'll just stand up now and be like, hey, hey there. How's it going?
They're not really listening. They're more like closing in and drawing their weapons.
Listen,
The scouts already have their bows fully drawn.
listen, we don't want any trouble. Can we offer you some food?
Okay, so make your parlay. Using leverage of food. Promises of food. Nope.
No, they're not hungry. They
Okay.
ate a perfect breakfast, didn't they?
Yeah, let me see what their damage is. Let's see. Boop.
Not once have I succeeded, by the way.
6. So mark off your armor as you are pierced through the shoulder by an arrow.
Ow! That was rude.
They shout excitedly and charge in, led by the 2 lieutenants. So what does everyone do?
Alright, are they still clumped together?
The archers have formed like... Okay, so south of the map, I'm gonna draw.
Yep.
Alright, so, Yorvask, mark where you are. And Silas, mark where you are. Okay. That's a pretty large blob.
Let's see, so I'm probably a little in front of him then, if the goblins are, like, on the right side.
Okay, yeah. So the scouts came out and they're clumped in like sets of 2, and then there's 1 in the middle, as well as 2 lieutenants that are like closing in rapidly.
Okay. If I the lieutenant's close enough that I could fireball both of them.
If you waited and put yourself in danger, you could definitely do that. So imagine like a football play.
Yeah,
They started out separate, and then they're going to start closing in. And at this point, you could probably fireball, but that would be a little risky.
But if I fail the fireball, it could be bad.
Well, that's always true.
But I could also just instead hit like 2 of the archers easily.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I'll do it. I'll wait and hit the lieutenants.
Okay, so you're gonna
Maybe
defy
try and
danger.
put fear into the rest of them because I just blew their lieutenants up.
Yeah, defy danger using dexterity or constitution.
I rolled an 8 with dex, so either way it was a +1. So
okay. Um, You can either I want to give you a choice here, but it's very difficult. I think I'm just going to do a little bit of damage to you. Yeah. Okay.
Does that negate it by armor?
Yeah. So as they approach, they reach into their satchels and throw out like a throwing dart each.
Yeah. Well, they didn't do anything.
Okay.
I've got my magic armor on.
Yeah. So right now they are moved up and pretty close.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cast my fireball then.
Okay. Give us a cast spell.
Hey, there we go.
Awesome. Okay. Tell us what happens.
I'm gonna cast a fireball. I'm gonna just power up the fireball and just cast it right in the middle of them and try and blow them both to smithereens.
Okay.
Hopefully, terrifying the rest of the scouts as well.
Do some damage.
Four negate. No armor though.
Yeah. Okay. So this fireball steers the front of them, and like they turn in panic, and they were clearly not expecting any of this. They shriek, and the rest of them they're pretty rattled.
Well, there you go. All right, there's an opening. Everyone else hit him.
I
No
guess
survivors. We can't let anyone else know we're here.
go for the closest one.
Okay, so the lieutenant on the right, or yeah, north side. You need to roll hack and slash first.
Yeah, roll. Press the little die under strength.
I'll do it.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to press the button to talk.
7.
What skill is hack and slash again?
Yeah, he got it for you. You got a 7.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
you can deal your damage, but he's gonna get a swing in on you if you choose to go through with it.
Okay.
Okay. You take 5 damage, and you can take away armor from that. Yeah, he has like a stone broadsword, very sharp edge, but pretty brittle looking.
And then you smash into him with your sword.
Yep. Roll your damage. I think it's D10. So 1 damage. Doesn't
Did no one
quite
want to
hit.
keep that first roll?
Gosh dang it! It lagged.
Well,
Yeah, that first roll. Yeah, 1. You hit with 1.
Yeah.
1. Yeah.
Okay, so he has like a buckler, like a really tiny like wooden shield, and it manages to block that.
Fun.
Okay, so what happens next?
I'm assuming that Connor's probably going to try and shoot one of them.
Okay, so you can spend your turn to like issue an order to your teammates, but I'm not gonna like roll everyone separately.
Okay. Well, then I guess that'd be our turn. So would that be Lorthram maybe, and then top of the round?
Yeah, let me.
Or Lorthram and then the goblins, and then top of the round, yeah.
Well, we're not doing rounds per se, but yeah.
Well,
Okay,
you know
so
what I mean.
so Lortrim, he sees Yorvas kind of like struggling there, but he's already like speeding off in this direction to deal with the archers, so he closes that distance. And let's see how it goes. Yep, he definitely hits that, and 4 damage. That is just enough to kill one of the scouts. Alright, back to you guys.
Alright, so is anything dead yet? No, right?
One thing is dead.
Oh yeah, he just killed that archer?
Yep.
Alright, if I hit the south lieutenant with a fireball, will it hit the north lieutenant?
Yes, it will. They're still at that same distance.
Will it hit Yorvask?
If you do somewhat poorly, then it will.
Well, I'm willing to take that risk. I'm gonna
Thanks,
cast
buddy.
Yeah, no, you're just a random stowaway. But no,
I know.
I'll cast a fireball and we'll see what happens.
Okay. 9.
I got a 9. So, are you gonna do something, or am I just gonna choose the normal, like, bad thing?
If Yorvask aids you, then you can make it a 10.
Hey, Yorvask, you wanna aid me?
Sure.
Okay, so that's a straight roll, 2d6, no modifiers. There's always a chance. Keep the dream alive. Yes, awesome. Okay, so tell us how this works and roll your damage.
I'm just gonna cast fireball again.
Okay. Roll the damage.
Another 4 each.
Is it really 2d6? Is that the damage roll?
Yep, 2d6.
Okay. Okay, so yeah,
It's just
they
been
look
really sucky roll.
thoroughly debilitated. Parts of them are on fire. One of them like shrieks in agony and starts to run off in another direction. That's this guy here. I'll draw the like loop-de-loop symbol above his head. There you go.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So that guy's running off.
Yeah.
Are the archers still? What are they doing?
The two on the side here like look to each other and are like, "Screw this! I'm out of here!" and start to break off. They're like, one of them is almost to the tree line, the other one is following behind.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to take care of that.
But the other two archers are going to take a shot, and you'll both need to defy danger as they loose their arrows.
I will use my shield to attempt to block them.
Okay. Roll plus con. That's pretty good.
Okay. I'm gonna try and justify this with like an intelligence roll. Can I somehow like use spouting lore to defy danger, or would that not really work? Can I just say like I know that goblins are terrible shots? If not, I'm totally fine just rolling like dex or something.
No, I don't think that'll work this time.
All
If
right,
you wanted
well,
to use
that's good.
wisdom, you could probably like see where he's aiming to keep ahead of it.
Yeah, I'll do that then. I
Okay.
will
Do that.
anticipate his shot with wisdom.
Make it happen. Okay.
I very well anticipated that shot.
Awesome. Okay, so Quillian manages to block most of it, but it does do 1 damage through his armor. No big deal though. At least not yet. Okay, so it's back over to your desk.
I'm gonna attempt to hit that goblin that lieutenant one more time.
Okay. Roll the hack and slash.
That's strength, by the way.
Okay, awesome. Roll your damage and then tell us like what maneuver you do. 1 damage. Jeez.
Apparently,
Roll it
We
again.
suck.
Just roll it again. You got an 11. I'll be nice. Okay.
Okay.
Tell us what maneuver.
So I take my shield and smash it into his face.
Awesome. All right, that happens. His jaw like crumples as you heave your body weight into him, and his eyes kind of like bug out the side, and he collapses. All right, so back over to Silas, if you care to do
Silas
so.
is gonna see those two running off into the woods and fireball them.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna aim for the back one, like the one closer to me, hoping it catches the front one and not the trees. In fact, no, I'm gonna shadow ball. I'm gonna use a shadow ball just to be safe,
Okay.
because I really don't want to let burn the forest down. I got a 10. Perfect.
Awesome. Okay. Roll your damage. As long as you don't get like a 1 or 2, then I think you're okay.
I got a 10. There we go.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, so this shadow ball like engulfs the back one completely. However, from the time it takes you to cast and actually like project this, the first one has escaped into the woods.
Gosh darn it, we're gonna get found out. We're screwed, guys. Well, at least we can finish these guys off.
Is there any way for one of us to run after him?
Yeah, you could do that. You could. Let's see. That would be. Let's say that's a
Whatever,
defy
do the
danger dex, because you're trying to move fast and like navigate like some sandy terrain and branches and whatever.
I should not do that.
Connor would be the best person to do that, but it's gonna take one of us to direct him to do that.
And you don't know anyone's name yet. I don't think.
No, you know Yorod's name. You don't even know my name.
Well, I guess I'll just go for that second lieutenant then.
Okay. You can just deal your damage since he's kind of panicked and not even paying attention.
Also on fire.
Yep.
I'm gonna say, like, obviously he's not taking damage from it.
Oh, that's awesome. You just like straight up decapitate this guy. If that's what you choose to do.
I slice his head off and it flies into the forest.
Okay, awesome.
Does it fly directly into the other dude and knock him over?
It knocks into the dead guy and makes him like give out one final cough.
Alright, let's see, what does that make it? Lorthrum?
Sure. Okay, let's see.
Not me.
I mean, if you want to go.
Connor, go get him.
Okay, with that, he bounds off. Moonshadow, his great wolf pet, leading the way. They're incredibly fast, so they'll probably get to the tree line within like one move.
Alright, nice. That's my turn then. So I had to take my turn to direct him.
Okay. Alright, back over to your Vesk.
I shall I'd slash him.
Slash who?
The scout in front of me.
Okay. Give us a hack and slash. Six. Okay. So instead, this goblin like digs out one of his small daggers and like kind of like stabs you right in the bicep. So you're not going to be able to use your strength as advantageously. Mark the debility weak. And that's all that happens. At this point, Lortrim heaves his iron longsword across this goblin and just like shatters his jaw and cuts into him and kills him.
Okay, so that leaves how many left?
One. Just the one that Yorvask is fighting.
Yorvask, you may want to move.
I may.
Can he move, or is he gonna have to defy danger if I fireball?
He's gonna have to defy danger.
Forget it. I'm gonna rush up there and try and whack this goblin with my staff. Wait, no, wait. There's one goblin left.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Can I now then try and intimidate this goblin into, like, I want to take it prisoner, pretty much.
Okay. How are you gonna do that?
I'm gonna say, we've got you surrounded. There's way more of us than you. Just give up and we'll let you live.
It kind of like squeaks and looks side to side, looking for his comrades. It's absolutely terrified and dumbfounded.
We don't want to kill you. Just drop your weapons and come with us peacefully. We'll even give you some food still.
Me, and then it just drops its weapons and then huddles on the ground, kneeling.
All right, we'll grab it and probably tie its hands at least.
Okay. It doesn't really understand what you're doing, so it's like, why you do this?
So that you don't try and kill us?
Me already tried this thing.
Well, we'd rather you didn't try it again. Thank you very much.
Well, yes, me understand that.
It's
But
precautions.
why rope?
Just in case.
Rope is so itchy. And he just kind of like rubs it on his leg, trying to like pry it off.
How big is this guy?
Maybe like 3'4", something like that.
Does he pose any threat to us without weapons?
He has pretty sharp claws and fangs.
I mean, I feel a little bad because he is kind of small. I don't know. What does everyone else think? Keep him bound or not?
I say we chop off his head.
That's a little extreme.
No prisoners.
Actually, yes, prisoners. Otherwise, you'd be dead. So, just saying.
Yeah, he just looks shifty and like, what are these people talking about? Kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave his wrists bound.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll lead him back, and I'm gonna interrogate this guy.
Yeah, you can easily like just pick him up with one arm and then drag him back to your camp.
I may not be able to.
No,
but
you
I'm
can.
sure somebody could.
It's pretty tiny.
I'll just huff him.
Huff him?
All right. Well, now that we're back at camp,
Okay.
let's get him back. And then what's up with Connor? Has he returned yet, or?
No, he's still missing.
Can I send? I would say like Xena, Oakensky. Come make sure Connor's okay.
They both nod. Oakensky kind of pulls you aside for a moment. Captain, the gem before I go.
Yes.
It requires 2 people to touch it to activate. The glyphs, they were the words, "to touch." I don't know what it does, but it requires that.
We'll discuss this then when you get back to make sure Connor's okay.
Yeah, he nods quietly and goes with Xena.
Maybe do a little more study on this before we just activate some random gem left out in the ocean.
Yep. Okay, so they leave, and it's about let's say like 7:30, something like that.
All right, and I'm gonna look. All right, Goblin. What's your name, Goblin?
Urbnak.
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 Urbnak. All right. What are you? What are who? How did you know we were here?
Great One told me.
He knew we were here.
Well, he told Orgon you killed Orgon, though.
Well, he was also trying to kill me, and I'd rather I didn't die. So.
Okay.
No hard feelings.
Stares blankly at you. Okay.
All right, he doesn't care. Cool. Making sure he's not mad we, killed all of his goblin compatriots.
Goblins fight goblin all the time.
All right, cool. So he knew.
Sorry, what?
Sorry, one second. So let's see. He knew that somebody was here.
Yeah, he communicates that he was told to find a boat or some sort of wooden structure and burn it. He has like flint lighting kind of things.
I'm gonna take that from him.
Okay, so mark flint and tinder on your inventory.
All right.
So, Yorvask, do you care to ask any questions of our goblin friend?
Where's your master?
Oh, I can show you. And he grins kind of devilishly.
No, thank you. We'd rather you just told us.
So part of Yorvask is that he's on a quest. And one of the things is that he can sense lies while he's on his quest. You get the sense that he is telling the truth that he can show you, but he's clearly intending to deceive you all. But
well,
yeah.
I believe he can show us, but I don't think it'll go well.
Oh, he's not going to be showing us anything, thank you very much.
No, I can show you.
The truth?
I can show you. It's not a problem. He's making like kind of like soothing head motions. It's okay. You can You can trust me.
Yeah, I don't trust goblins. Sorry, not a thing I do.
He frowns. I should have known. I should have known you people would be like this.
Yes, we are. And you can sit there and pout all you want.
No trust. No trust.
You gotta
for
earn
goblins.
trust. I don't trust people out of the blue. You gotta earn trust. I kind of look at Yorvask for a second. Wait a minute. Never mind. You gotta earn trust, Goblin. Tell us where your master resides, please.
I don't want to.
Well, I don't care.
Okay.
Either tell us or we'll feed you to the sharks.
What is a shark? What does that do?
It's a big fish with really sharp teeth that eats things.
That stares blankly.
It's a big thing in the water that eats things.
I am only 2. I've never seen this.
2
Well,
what?
how about I just cut off one of your fingers. How do you feel about that?
Goblins grow fingers back.
What about the left arm?
Don't
Do you
grow a head
like
back.
your left arm?
No. It just starts to back up nervously.
Grab it.
No.
I'm gonna tell Yorvasker to grab it.
Yorvask takes the goblin, outstretches his arm.
No, don't cut his arm off. Just
what are
hold
you
it,
doing?
please.
What are you doing?
Don't take his arm off. We haven't given him another chance to tell us. I just don't want him running away.
I have a pretty tight grip on him, so.
Well, yeah, no, don't cut his arm off yet, please.
Whatever you say.
If anything, I'd like to keep him on the boat. He could be useful for sweeping or something.
Yes. I can be useful. I can be useful.
You know what would be really useful?
What?
If you told us where your master was.
And he starts to like hum to himself and look around. Can hear lots of things, my master can.
Can he hear through boats?
He can hear lots of things.
Let's.
Starts to like
Who is your master?
Well, I'm gonna let's drag him aboard the boat. Let's get Lothram to come aboard the boat for this at least.
Yeah. So yeah, he's visibly nervous at the mention of his master. But you do get to squeeze out of him that he's serving someone known as the Great One.
Yep.
He's never actually seen him, but even the mention of it is enough to terrify him.
Okay. Can we tie him up like on a leash? Not like a leash, but like tie him so he's able to walk around a little bit at least, but below deck, like the middle deck.
Okay. Yeah. There's the extension of the mast that goes through the entire ship. You could probably tie him to that.
All right, that sounds good. Well, I think you're going to stay here for now. We'll come back in a little bit and check on you.
How will I eat? I need food.
Give him a little bit of the crab.
Who are you telling that to?
I was telling. Oh wait, no, never mind. You don't know where the crab is. Watch him for a second, and I'm gonna go get like a handful of crab meat and give it to him.
Okay.
Put it on the ground next to him and be like, "There you go. That'll keep you fed for now."
Okay. And he sits down kind of happily and kind of.
I'm gonna put the raw crab meat, by the way, not the smoked stuff.
Yeah, he's fine with that.
I'm just making sure.
Okay. So what's your plan for today?
Well, I want to see what I'm hoping Connor and them come back, and then we can figure that out.
You haven't heard anything.
They haven't returned at all?
Nope.
Let's go check on everyone. I'm a little worried. It's been some time now. So we're all gonna head that way, I guess, unless anyone's gonna say anything different.
Okay. So you manage to get back onto the beach, and you find the tracks to where Connor and Moonshadow and Xena and Oakensky trudge through the beach. The tracks get a little dimmer as they near the line of the forest. Yeah, if either of you wants to make a defy danger with wisdom, you can do that. If not,
I can do that.
Okay.
Hey, that's a
All right. So as you're tracking,
like double sixes.
As you're tracking through the woods, I'm gonna paint a little bit on the map here. So here's where the trail sort of starts. It kind of goes for a few hours this way, and then kind of bends upward. Right about there.
Oh, wonderful.
Right about as it ends going north, you see a very shabbily covered pit, and everything is like broken in. It's been triggered before, so you can plainly see it, but yeah, it's a very long, large pit.
I'm gonna look in the pit.
Okay. It goes down quite a ways. It's very dark.
Hello?
Your voice echoes throughout the bottom. You don't hear anything.
Yorvask stops to pray for a moment and asks for guidance. What here is evil?
What here is evil? You notice that the blade that Lortrum is carrying has an aura of evil around it.
Okay.
Nothing else really stands out to you.
So, I'm gonna regret this, but I'm gonna pull out my spoon.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop it.
Okay. As it drops,
like the bottom.
Yeah, it illuminates sharp and jagged edges. You see fresh blood on the side of one path leading down. But the bottom seems fairly flat and secure.
All right, we're gonna have to go down there, you know.
Fine by me.
All right, let's tie a rope then.
Okay. Do you have a rope?
We have rope that we had on the ship.
I'm gonna use my adventuring bag. Pull out a rope.
Okay.
There we go. That works.
Okay. So what are you tying this to?
A tree?
A tree? A rock? Aunt Jessie?
I mean, that's like the best thing to tie it around to here, right? It would be like a tree.
Probably.
Then yeah, a nearby tree.
Okay. So you firmly secure this and proceed down slowly and carefully. This is... yeah, so this is a kind of like a fungal cave. The walls are a mixture of like mud and dirt and impacted like stone. Sedimented stone, rather. Yeah, so you smell some like pretty intense mildew and fungus. But yeah.
Lovely. And I'm gonna look around like at the blood and stuff. What are we looking at here?
You see some yellow blood mixed in with the normal red.
Oh, wonderful. Looks like this is the right way, guys.
Okay. So as you touch down on the bottom, there is a clear path leading forward.
Yorvesk, why don't you take the lead?
What, ye be a coward?
No, I just figured you are accustomed to caves and the likes.
Well, I do fare quite well in darkness.
I'll let you hold the spoon if you want.
Fine by me, Captain.
Hand him the light spoon.
Okay.
Better get that back, by the way.
All right. So as you proceed down this damp and dark chamber corridor, you notice that it's not exactly rock that's holding this place up. You notice a few like intricately carved pillars lining this path.
So this is well created then.
It's half and half basically.
Okay.
Okay, so you continue, and you start to see like flickering lights in the distance, as well as a well-lit, large pyramid-like structure in the distance. This is very far underground, and this is like a tremendous like chamber, basically, and there's a pyramid in it.
Huh. It's not something you see every day.
But if you've ever been into a dwarven mountain, it's not but a strange sight. It seems quite well made.
Well, I'd say we should approach quietly.
Okay. You hear the distant sound of stone against stone. Maybe there's some mining going on.
Wonderful. Do we hear? What can we see as we approach closer?
What can you see? You see the front of the large pyramid has a very intricately carven stone door. It looks pretty heavy. Of course, you're about like 80 feet out, so there's no telling. There's also some light vegetation surrounding it. However, there's kind of an alarm that sounds.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Goblins start pouring in from all sides. They see the light that you're projecting and just go nuts, basically. Okay, so there are 10 goblin warriors that approach you, and a goblin commander that leads them. It looks like they're going to try and talk to you first, but it's still your call.
Let's say we talk to him.
Well, I'm gonna look at him really quick. What is he doing?
The commander?
No, our guy.
Our guy?
Yeah, Lorthrum is with us, right?
Yeah. He's taking your lead. This is further than he's been, so. I'm sorry? Hello?
I'm gonna take my spoon back and then step forward with my staff.
Okay.
In front and be like, wave. Hello.
What's your name?
The name's Silas. What about you? We got lost here.
A most uncommon name.
Well, we're lost here. Could you point us to the way out, please? We'd very much like to leave.
He smirks at that. You would, wouldn't you? And then he kind of gives like a gut laugh to his comrades, and they all start laughing as well, nervously.
Yes, we would, and then I'm going to cast Fireball right in the middle of all of these clumped up goblins.
Okay.
Blast the hell out of these people.
Okay.
I swear to God, if you fail.
No, I got a 12.
Okay.
Do some damage.
Do some damage.
7 to everyone.
Okay. Yeah. 2 of them fall. 2 on the very outside edges fall. So there are 8 left. Everyone else is looking really ragged. They rush in.
Are they still laughing now?
No. Some of them have like shrieked. The commander looks like the only one still like in the fight, basically. Totally.
Yes, we would.
I guess I'll charge at the commander shield first, ready to bash him.
All right. Hack and slash.
Ooh.
Nope. So the commander is wielding like a bow as well as like a short sword, using like the ice pick grip. He's going to use his ice pick grip to like jab at you. 7 damage.
Ow.
Yep. Right in the shoulder. Tearing some flesh off. Sure. Okay. So basically at this point, the remainder of the goblins have seen what you can do, and they're like fanning out to surround you.
They're not gonna stay clumped anymore?
Nope. So they've surrounded you all. Lord Trim just kind of like gripping his longsword, not really sure where to strike.
Is the best I'm probably gonna be able to do like 2 or 3 of them at once? Probably 2.
Yeah, probably like 3, probably.
Okay, well then I'm gonna cast another fireball. Trying to take out the rest, like some more of these, because we're down to 7 around us plus the commander.
Okay. Are you gonna try and hit the commander with part of it or no?
How close is Yorvask though?
He's pretty tightly in there.
Probably not then. I'll try and take out ones just to the other side of the commander.
Okay.
Where Yorvask is well out of range, but close enough to maybe scare, make sure the commander knows that I'm blowing things up still.
Mm-hmm. Make it happen.
It's happening.
Okay.
2 to everybody. No armor on that though. Or 2 to 3 of them that already took 7. So they've taken 9 from me.
Yeah. Okay. I'll say that's good. I listed 10 HP, but this is close enough.
Okay.
Okay. So you managed to eradicate 3 of them, leaving 5 in total. And there's 1 commander still.
Okay, so 6 people, 5 plus commander.
Yep.
Well, there's half of their surrounding us practically.
Yep. So you leave like a wide gaping hole, and Lortrim kind of like moves in to close the gap and slash at the one on the side. Let's see how much damage he does. 4. Okay, that's definitely enough to take out another one. All right, so they're down to 4 warriors and the commander. Back to Yorvask.
I will attempt to slash at the captain again.
Okay. 7. You can do this, but his armor looks pretty tough. You might damage your sword if you use that.
Is there anywhere like his neck that's less unprotected? Less protected?
There is, but you wouldn't be able to get a good shot at it.
You should go for non-lethal. What?
I guess
Knock him out.
I'll half sword him with my handle.
Get pommel struck.
Okay. So deal your damage, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, 8. That's pretty good. All right. So as you make impact, you feel your pommel become like rattling and loose. It doesn't feel quite right. If you continue to wield this weapon, you're going to take a -1 to hack and slash.
Well, what's the commander doing now though that he's been hit with a fireball for 7 and then 8?
He was just hit, so he's kind of like stumbling back.
He's not unconscious though.
Nope.
Dang it.
The rest of the goblins are going to close in, and you'll have to do a defy danger here.
Me?
Yep, everyone. Everyone.
Yeah, I'll just duck or like dodge. I'll just dodge it.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. I can't always justify mental stats.
I will block with my shield like normal.
Okay. 4.
That's the wrong thing.
Oops.
Shield would be con.
Well, I mean, we can.
There.
Okay, that's fine. So you guys managed to avoid the worst of it, but they're definitely gonna dig in some damage here. You each take 2 damage, and armor counts.
Well, then I take nothing.
Okay, awesome. Alright, it's back over to Silas, I think. Or whoever wants to go first.
I mean, I can just fireball some more people. Try and take out some more goblin grunts. You see there's 5 left?
There's 4 grunts and 1 commander.
No, 4. Okay, well, let's try and take out 3 more of the grunts if that's possible without hitting people. Is that going to be possible, or is it?
Yeah, that's possible.
Okay, then yeah, I'm going to try and take 3 more out without hitting anybody else. My luck had to run out some points. I don't cast it. Does anything else happen? Like they hit me or something?
I think you strain your brain and mark the intelligence ability.
I'll take confused again.
Okay. Alright, so that's what happens.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Yep. Back to your Vesk. They're like moving in and menacing. The commander has regained his footing and is gonna like approach your Vesk and try and slash at him with his short sword and ice pick grip.
I will block his attack, or at least attempt to.
Okay. You do, but your shield is now dented, and it won't offer much in the way of protection.
This dude's just bashing up your equipment.
Yeah, his sword is made of like a finer material than your shield, so he like punctures it. Pretty savage guy.
Fun.
Yep. Just punch him if you have to.
Would there be any ill effects if I go in for a headbutt?
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna go in and headbutt him right in the face.
Go for it. Do a hack and slash. Okay, you can do it, but you're gonna mark stunned. Is that acceptable?
Yep.
Apparently.
4 damage.
So you headbutt him, and he like winces in pain and then falls on the ground.
Haha, we did it. He's knocked out.
Yep. So there are still 4 grunts that are closing in. 2 of them are wielding short spears, and 2 of them are wielding like daggers. The dagger ones are gonna leap on you guys and try and like defend their commander as best they can.
Do we define danger?
Yep.
I'm just gonna like hope they bounce off using con. Like hold my staff to knock them away, I guess, with con.
Sounds good.
You know what? I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe nix me or something when I do it.
I'll just go with the trusty shield.
Okay.
The trusty puncture shield.
Yeah. Okay. So for Silas, you manage to nimbly evade the edge of this dagger. However, it still like meets into the side of your cloak and slashes at one of the books that you have.
Oh, so one of my books is gonna get beat up?
Yep. So you pick which one. Quillian, you take
I'm gonna say my rip journal is now like cutting even more.
Okay. So,
So it's
Quillian,
beat up.
you take a small amount of damage. Okay, no damage. Boom. It's back over to you guys.
Fireball again.
Okay.
I'll take a -1 ongoing to spellcasting.
Okay. Just mark the
Until I rest.
intelligence ability. That just makes it
Yep.
easier.
Got that.
Alright, damage. Damage time.
9.
Yep, that is enough to wipe out the remaining 4 goblins.
Nice.
Yep. So everyone's kind of like dead in a heap around you guys. Some are like smoldering.
Oh, it probably smells terrible down here.
Yeah, it's like burnt hair and flesh.
I mean, goblins smell bad enough. Then you light them on fire. Let's maybe move into the room with the pyramid. Dragging the commander with us.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's still unconscious, right?
Yeah, he looks like he's gonna be out for a while. His forehead has like a huge dent in it.
Yeah, can we bind him in any way?
How would you do that?
Anyone have anything left to do that with?
Be inventive.
I mean, I can always try to pull some bindings out of my adventuring bag.
No, I got this. We're gonna rip shreds of the goblin's clothes to make like shackles.
Okay. Yeah, a couple of them are wearing togas.
Can I take the goblin sword?
Yeah, you can do that.
Oh, yeah, do that. Steal the sword.
It's made out of tempered steel. It's a short sword.
I will take the goblin sword. Yes.
Okay, go for it. All right, so you managed to wrap this guy's arms and ankles together and drag him towards the pyramid. There is a large carved stone door in front of you, and there are some weird symbols on it. It's like kind of like a Mayan-like motif.
Can I spout lore that goblins use a modified dwarven runes?
That's interesting.
And that,
sure.
that a dwarf might be able to understand them?
Sure.
Cool.
About it.
I kind of spout it.
That's a 9.
No, that's an 8.
Well, I mean, you marked the ability, right?
Yeah, the ability's on there.
Yeah, but we're only counting that for spells, so it's a 9.
Oh, okay.
Yorvask, if you want to aid, that's fine. If not, I can figure something out.
You should totally aid.
I'll aid.
Okay, so roll 2d6. Never fails. Awesome. Okay, so that is absolutely true.
Nice. Yeah, so this is modified dwarven. I'll recognize that I know that, but I don't actually read dwarven, so be like, hey, Yorvask, what does that say?
Well, it seems to me these were a place of sacrifice.
Okay.
That's not good.
Do you want me to just like read what the door says, or?
That would probably be helpful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like a symbological language, and what it says in plain terms is, "Open lies the path to the future, but none who read this shall see it." It's very ominous.
Well, since...
Well, I didn't read it. Sorry, Yorvask, looks like you're staying here.
So what's everyone's thought process?
Just gonna try and open the door.
It doesn't budge.
I'm gonna try harder.
It doesn't budge.
Oh, come on, I didn't read it. What if I'm like, hey, door, open?
nothing happens.
Let's walk around the pyramid.
You could try talking to Yorvast. Maybe he has an idea.
Yorvast, you got an idea? Because, I don't.
Well, you see, the dwarves like their puzzle locks.
Yeah, I don't do lock picking.
No, not any normal lock. Puzzle lock.
Well, how would we manage to open one of those?
Yeah, I'm gonna post what it says in the chat so that people can think about it. Yep. But yeah, this chamber is large enough that there's actually like a small little breeze going from side to side. Some like damp moisture dropping from the ceiling, creating sound. An interesting place.
Can I inspect the door for any symbols?
Sure. What sort of symbols are you looking for?
Like, so, like, just some form of pattern.
Okay, so from what you've discerned from the script itself, it's fairly literal. This isn't very flowery language. It could be really old, or it could be meant to be very literal, something like that.
It is definitely goblin, though, not like actual dwarf.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, dwarves may like their puzzle locks, but goblins are not that smart.
Well, you see, it is modified dwarven runes.
Yeah, but it's still goblin.
Over.
All right, Lorthram, give me a hand here, and I'm just gonna try and shut. We're just gonna push really hard on the stone.
Okay. Roll a defy danger strength.
You sure?
Yep.
Yeah, that was never gonna happen.
Okay. You hurt your arm a little bit. Let's see how much damage it did.
Oh no. Is that negated by armor, or because this is like a strain thing? No.
No, it's not.
Well, why don't we take some time and we can think about this? I want to prepare spells.
Yeah.
Well, Yorvask takes the butt of the goblin's sword and smashes it into the direct center of the door.
No, not the. Don't use one of the junky ones swords, not the good one.
Okay, fine. I'll use my half-broken sword.
Okay.
Poop. Now that's gonna be broken. All right, whatever.
The edge no longer looks like an edge.
Right? No, I know. I used the pommel.
How would that work?
The loose pommel. He's trying to like pommel smack the door with the loose pommel.
Okay. No, it's not really the greatest shape for that sort of thing. If you wanted to make like a battering ram, there might be like trees around you could use, but this isn't gonna work.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare spells. Will they?
Is there any way to repair the sword?
Yeah, you could do that if you had a forge or something.
Which I don't.
Not currently, no.
Mm-mm. Your shield as well.
Well, how about we inspect? Like, I'll go off and inspect the rest of the runes.
Okay. There's nothing really that. Well, okay. Let's do it this way. Make a discern realities.
That would be a what check?
Wisdom.
Wisdom, yeah. Yeah, nothing really stands out to you. It could be that you're not familiar with goblin script. Maybe you're a little rusty.
Any chance? I just prepared spells. Any chance I could discern reality as well? See if there's anything unusual I notice in my limited knowledge of this.
Sure, you could discern.
Ooh, could I possibly aid that with one of my 2 remaining unnamed books.
Sure, you can do that.
Turns out I was flipping through, and I have a Languages of the World book, Languages of the World book.
Okay.
And it's got a little passage about goblin speak, like goblin runes.
Okay.
In it. So let's. And then, do I still have the confused ability from earlier during the fight?
Yeah, you haven't had like a long rest to remove that.
Okay. Well, then this will be. So it'd be at a. But I'm getting. Would I get a +1 from the book, but then a -1 from that?
Yeah.
So it'd be just a flat roll then.
Yes.
Flat with my modifiers.
Yes.
Nope. And that was. Yeah, that was. I took the ability off for a second to do that.
Okay.
And
Mark,
still a 6.
Mark XP. Don't forget.
Yeah, I've been doing that.
Okay.
I
So
will
yeah,
be level 5 already.
it's a very primitive, probably old. So imagine like Old English is pretty indecipherable to modern people for the most part.
Yeah, you gotta figure it out.
You gotta work for it, basically.
Yeah, and apparently my book, the little bit it has, is very, very brief and not a whole lot of detail.
Yeah.
Oh well, guess this isn't the best languages book I've got.
Is there any way I can still use my transcend language skill?
Transcend language. So that would be speech that transcends language.
Oh, okay. So I guess I'll pray and ask what here is evil.
Oh, also really quick though, I'm naming the book "Languages of the World" Light because it's the sucky version.
Okay. Abridged version.
Yeah, it's not as good.
Okay, so what here is evil? You get a very strong sense of foreboding from deep within the pyramid, as well as Lortrum's sword still glows red.
I don't know this, right?
Right.
I got no clue. All right.
Yeah, it's just me. So I stroll over to Lotrum.
However, the moment that you shut your eyes in prayer, you hear like stones starting to slide.
Like what start to slide?
I'm gonna look at the door.
Okay, you look at the door and it starts to close again.
All right, everyone, close your eyes.
Okay. All right, the stone continues to slide. You hear like heavily moving stone drawing out, and then finally stopping.
All right, I'm gonna kind of like half open one eye just a little bit.
It starts to close again as you do that.
All right, everyone. Anyone have any glass on them?
I don't think so.
Yorvas, give me your shield really quick. Slide it this way to my voice.
I got him.
Wait, what kind of shield do you have again?
A tower shield.
Is it metal? That's the important part.
It is a hunk of solid steel.
Good. I'm gonna look at I'm gonna turn around from the door then, use the shield and look at the reflection.
Okay.
Is it still open?
Yes.
What do I see?
You see an empty hallway lined with a few like flickering lights. It's more solid than before, so you can see quite a distance.
Okay, so we can't look at the door. That's what the riddle meant. Turns out we figured that out. Everyone get up, facing the other direction.
Lortrum gets up and starts to do so, climbing the steps kind of precariously backwards.
Yeah, let's grab the commander. I don't want to leave him out here alone.
All right, Lortrum kind of like locks one of his arms around his armpit and like drags him.
Here, Yorvask, take your shield back. You can lead. I'll heft the shield back over to him, seeing as it's already hurting my arm.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you guys make your way past the puzzle door, and you notice that the interior of the pyramid is lined with green vines. There is a kind of a large chamber that's like central, and there's also one to the left and to the right. This chamber is pretty well empty. There's like a sandstone bench on one side, kind of like a hanging thing that might have been used for.
Now that we're inside, I think we can probably stop walking backwards.
Yeah, it might have been used for like interior, like plant decorating in the time that it was used.
Okay. Just put the goblin over there in the corner for a second.
He dumps him off in the corner.
Okay, so then we've got left, right, and then this room right here.
Yep. I'm gonna open up a spot for you guys to draw what map you want to. I'm not gonna draw it for you, so enjoy.
Okay, cool. So we're drawing this pyramid here.
Yep. So you just come through a long sort of corridor, and there's a large room here with two entrances and exits to the west and the east.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that's the hallway right there that I just put there.
Okay, you might want to scale down. But yep. Okay, so what's everyone doing? What do we feel? Anyone?
I'm gonna look around in this room. It's pretty much empty, right?
Yeah, mostly. There's like some sitting areas, things like that.
Do we want to try and wake the goblin up and ask him?
Best leave him be.
Well, left or right?
I always stress left.
Alright, Lortrum, you want to wait here? Watch the goblin. We'll be back in a minute.
Before we leave, I have to ask Lotrum something.
What is it?
What is your sword?
I made it.
With what?
My forge. Left to me
No,
by
what
my
are
father.
your materials?
Iron. Here, look at it. And he tosses the blade in its sheath to you.
Are there any discernible markings on the sheath or the blade?
Not on the sheath. You'd have to draw it.
I guess I'll draw the sword and look at the blade.
Okay. You look at it. It looks very, very well crafted. There's kind of like indents in the center. It makes it lighter and finer balance to it. Nothing else really catches your eye. It's pretty plain, but also very beautiful.
So nothing that would make it seem evil to me by just a glance.
Nope. Might I ask why you're asking these questions?
Well, to tell you the truth, I sense evil from your blade.
By what manner do you mean sense?
I mean, could it be that he's, killed things with it?
Well, you see, I'm not quite sure. It just has a very evil aura.
I'll have to think about why, but know that I mean you no harm.
Aye, good sir.
He nods and takes a sword from you. I'll wait here. Call if you need me.
Yep. Is there? Let's see.
Wait,
I'm
can I
gonna.
check if he was telling me the truth?
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Hmm. I'm down quite a bit of HP. What about you?
HP? What do you mean?
Or yeah,
Crazy
your
talk.
vest. But no, your vest. Like how low
I
are
have
your
lost like 5, or no, wait, 7. I have lost 7 out of
Okay.
24.
Okay. Well, I'm at 10 out of 17. I've got 1 health potion.
Remember that we're splitting those, so
Yeah, and it's 10 HP each, and I've got 1 potion. So is that 10 like a floating 10, or is that like a 10 and it's 2 uses?
Yeah, 10 2 uses.
Do we want to use this now? It'll waste 3 total each, but it will get us back to full.
I say we wait.
All right. It takes a turn in combat if we have to use that, though. All right, that's fine. We're going left, right?
Yeah, you have.
What?
Last you.
Sorry. What's going on?
Hello? I think we're going left.
Okay. Let me find this. Okay, so on the left, you discover a kind of like a worn chamber. At a certain point in the hallway, it stops becoming like carved and becomes like actual like ragged cave. On the left, you discover some like a clutch of iron ore. The outside has eroded from the moisture, but you think the interior might be a different story. There was also, around this chamber, is a mural depicting a flame in the sky and ice from below, and people like struggling to make a camp.
I'm gonna ignore the ore and examine the mural personally.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like old oil paintings. Parts of the color has faded, but you can definitely still make out a ton of it.
These people that are struggling to make a campfire or a camp, what do they look like?
They have very tan skin as well as golden hair. A few of them are very short. Um, there's not a ton of detail that's left to the painting, but yeah, that's what you see.
Okay. Yeah, that's me. What a your vest can do whatever.
Can I go back for that ice pick?
Ice pick. What do you mean? Oh, I was describing the type of grip that the goblin was using, like a backwards grip,
ice pick.
is known as an ice pick grip.
Not actually a pick.
Yeah.
You could look around for pickaxes, though. We
Yeah,
heard something like that earlier.
Absolutely. Is that what you choose to do?
So I go on ahead.
This is like the end of the chamber.
Okay, fine. I ask the people huddling around the fire.
No. There's no people. It's a mural.
Oh, it's a mural. Oh.
Yeah, it's just an empty thing with a mural and some iron ore.
Can I inspect the mural?
Mm-hmm. What would you like to know about it?
See if I can.
I'm sorry, you're cutting out a lot.
And like
Like a lot.
Try disconnecting and reconnecting really quick.
Yeah. So,
okay, inspect for any discernible markings or something that will give us a clue.
There aren't really any markings. It's like one long scene, side to side. The top of the painting, towards the roof of the cavern, is like a giant flame, and the floor of the chamber is like ice. And then from side to side, you see images of people like struggling. Some of them are hunting, some of them are like making a camp, some of them are fishing. Yeah. There's not a ton of detail to look at, but...
Alright, well, I'm not interested in the iron there, so...
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and
head
out.
Cast the fireball at the flames above.
What material is this mural made out of? Or is it just like painted on?
It's like an oil painting, basically. There's like some sort of like ceramic plate, but behind it you suspect is just like cavern, more cavern wall.
I'm not sure that's the best of ideas, but I guess I'll give it a shot.
Seems to me this mural isn't what it appears to be.
I'll cast a fireball at the fiery part and see what happens.
Okay.
Do I need to roll for that, or since we're not under duress, should I just do it?
Yeah, you can just do it. Describe what happens and where you're targeting.
I'm gonna aim for like the center of where it's all looks like fire and just cast a fireball at it.
Okay.
Which I'm assuming will spread out over the rest of it, like a fireball would.
Yeah. So as your flames wash over the top of the mural, the center of the sun or firestorm shifts to become something else. You see kind of like a green eye in the center, and it's very unsettling.
That was not there before. I'm gonna like lean to one side, staring at it, and then lean to the other side a little bit. Does it seem like it's following me?
No, it has maybe like 3 different pinpricks in the center. None of them move, but do you think that they're significant in some way?
I'll walk up and like touch at him and see if I can figure out what's up with it. Examine it more closely as well.
Okay. Give me a discern and ask a specific question.
Discern?
Okay. What question are you going to ask?
What are these pinpricks for? Pinpricks for?
Surveillance.
All right. How big are these things? Like pinprick size?
Maybe like the head of a pin. And they're seated within like the center of the pupil of the eye. You're like leaning up on tippy toes to get to it. It's pretty high up.
Hey, Yorvask. I think we're being watched. See that eye right there?
Eye?
Yeah, something about it. I'm not sure how, but I'm pretty sure they're watching us through that.
Well, I did tell you something was up.
That you did. I'm going. Let's we should leave this room. Like now. I'm gonna walk away. Walk back towards the main room.
Okay. So yeah, let me paint a scene here. So the goblin commander who's finally come to is in the corner. Lortrim is kind of like standing over him, watchfully, like propped up against one of the tables. You guys back already?
Yeah. Well, we're being watched. If you were wondering, Lortrim. Just
Watched
a little bit.
By a building?
Yeah. It seems that way.
There's nobody else here, so...
I found an eye hidden in a mural at the end of that hallway that has pinpricks in it that are somehow being used to watch us.
Can you cover it with something? Like,
not sure how it works. I don't know if that would do it or not. I figure we should talk to our friend here, see if he might know anything.
Well, he's come too. Have at
it. Commander, is it clear he's a commander? Would I refer to him as that?
He has like kind of like a red paint on his armor, so he's clearly like above status of the other ones.
Goblin, would you mind telling me your name? That way I don't have to call you Goblin. That feels disrespectful.
My name is Wuram.
Wuram? Alright. Well, Wuram, would you like to tell me anything about the eye that I found? I'm sure you knew it was there.
You found the eye. I remember the first time my head. I remember the first time I saw that eye. Now she knows where you are.
Well, wait, did you say he or she? So I didn't catch that. She?
Yeah, that's she. He said she.
Huh. Alright, I'm gonna mentally make a note there, then. Well, would you like to tell me how it works?
I don't know how it works. It just is. She's too strong for any of the goblins, even together. So we serve her instead. It's easier this way.
And who, may I ask, is this she?
The Great One. She prefers to be called by the Great One. He's looking like really woozy right now. You might have time for like one more question.
Can I like give him some water? I have that gourd of water still.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I'll
he'll
give him
last a
some
bit
water
longer.
and,
Sure.
Make sure he's not, dying here.
Yeah, mark off some water then.
It says it has 3 days worth. Should I mark that down to like
2.5?
Okay.
Thank you. That's kind.
Yes. Well, we don't want you passing out on us, do we? Not while there's still information to be had.
I suppose not.
What is down that way? Out of curiosity, I'm gonna point towards the right tunnel.
More of her servants.
More goblins or something else?
You wish.
Well then, so here's how this is gonna go. Do you want to help us, or do you not want to help us?
He looks side to side. That's not good for goblin kind for her to be here. She makes us waste iron when we could be sculpting weapons and taking more land. God, my head.
Someone help him up, Like, I want to propped up gently, not necessarily just slumped to the corner necessarily.
Okay. So, yeah. He's still bound, but you prop him up. He can at least look at you without straining his neck.
Do the goblins... is there a chance that I could maybe convince more of your kind to, revolt, perhaps?
Most of them are too afraid. They're too weak to even think of such a thing. That's how we've led them to this point.
What if I made a demonstration of the ability to harm said Great One?
I don't know how you do it.
I have my ways, if you remember. And I'm gonna brush some of this soot off of him really quick.
I don't think it would be enough. I would follow you, but I can't speak for the others.
Oh, out of curiosity, do you know a goblin by the name of what was it? Unak? What was his name?
Let me look. I think I forgot as well.
It was like,
I think it was like Ergon or something.
or was it Ergnak? Something like that.
Ergnak, yeah, there we go.
We'll go with Ergnak. Ergnak. I'm gonna mark that name down now.
All right.
Do you happen to know anyone by the name of Ergnak?
Yeah, he was one of the captains. Probably one of the weaker ones, if I'm being honest.
Oh, no, I was talking about the scout guy we had captured.
Yeah, he was one of the leaders.
Oh, wait, really? Okay. Well, he's on our boat right now. You know what a boat is, right?
No.
Well, it's a big wooden thing that floats on the water. You ride in it, go around places.
That doesn't sound useful.
Well, there's other islands beside. I mean, what? Never mind. Yeah, well, he's hanging out there right now, tied up, little busy with something. Any chance that he would help us as well, or is he a little shifty?
I wouldn't trust him. I don't think you can trust many of the goblin kind. A long time ago, we used to be respect. He passes out. Passes out on the floor.
What was his name again?
His name was... I wrote it down. I should have it. I got this somewhere.
See, now I'm actually trying to mark him down. I don't remember it already.
I'll keep looking. But yeah, so he passes out. What does everyone do?
I will verbally express the frustration that he just passed out on us again. Did you have to hit him that hard, Yorvisk?
Well, I kind of had to disable him.
Fair enough. Well,
his name was Wuram.
Wuram?
W-R-A-M. W-U-R-A-M. Jeez. Okay.
Alright, well, apparently we learned one useful thing. Or two, maybe. 3, actually, new information. Great One's a girl. Thanks for letting us know, Lortrum, whatever, yeah. Not that that really makes a difference. Still wants to kill us, as far as I know. The Eye could totally tell her where we are. And there are scary things worse than goblins down that way. What do we want to do?
Lortrum speaks up. It's my inclination to wipe out this menace. If I may, they destroyed my village 20 years ago.
I feel for you there, but I'm really just... I'm not exactly interested. I just fought someone else's war. I'm in this for my friends. So I will promise that I guarantee I'll help you. I don't know what Yorvask here is here for, but I promise I will lend any aid at least until I get my friends back.
Goblins raided my cave. They stole everything. That's why I'm trying to collect as much gold as possible.
Without leadership, well, before this development here, the goblins warred among themselves and could barely field a force.
So they were more of a nuisance than a real problem.
Indeed. Should this go away, perhaps disorder will return to the ranks.
Well, we saw that my friends were down here for sure. I know that because of the blood that we found and certain key characters about it. But I feel like our only option is to head into the depths of that direction and face whatever lies there.
Well, we better be on our way.
If that's a decision, I'm with you. We leave the goblin here, though. No sense opening our backs for him just to stab them.
That sounds fair enough. Tie him to one of the tables, if you would.
Indeed. Alright, so he ties him to the table. And that's what happens.
Yep. Alright, Lortrim. Here's the spoon. Your turn.
I suppose that's only fair. And he takes the spoon in one hand and his sword in the other and continues to the right. On this passageway, there's another mural. This one depicts Gaia and her champions, the elves, setting forth to restore balance and slay the dragons.
The dragons that weren't necessarily bad guys, but whatever.
Well, you have no opinion on that, I don't think. But
not personally. I don't really care either way.
Yeah. So like
I know that
towards the end of the hallway, towards
elves
the
dragons were a thing.
Towards the east is more like a mass of like dragon heads, and the left is more like light and elves bracing their weapons and fighting the dragon heads.
Any purpley shadowy bits of this mural?
I don't think so. This is more clearly artistic than the others.
Okay, it's not as vague.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast a light cantrip on the light elf side anyways.
Okay.
So can I kneel down and pray and ask what is evil?
Yeah, nothing here is evil.
Just the sword still.
Yeah.
Anything happen when
and
I
like
make the thing
you can kind of get like an X-ray vision through the pyramid. Let me glance at my notes here. Yeah, there is a chamber pretty far away in that you're detecting evil from.
How much evil are we talking here? Or wait, yeah, I'm gonna ask him because I know that at this point you detect evil. So how much evil are we talking here?
Well, it seems to be kind of the center where I'm detecting it.
Alright, well, if we're talking like on a scale of like it's a pesky goblin or like an angry rat or something.
On a scale of 0 evil to 1, that's a 1.
That's about as specific as we can get.
Yeah.
Alright.
His powers aren't necessarily very clear, but technically, Dojima has to be honest with me.
Yeah.
So you can detect evil. You can't tell how evil necessarily.
No, not really.
All right. Well, thanks for clarifying that part. I'm going to just say, well, nothing happened when I cast the light cantrip on the light side.
It glows bright.
All right. I'll just when it leaves my presence, so
you'll dismiss it.
Yeah, dismiss that spell.
Okay.
I don't need that then. Press on then?
Yeah, so there's a heavy stone door at the end of this passageway.
Oh, not another one.
Yep.
I'll cast light on my staff then and raise that up to see like what runes or what, if there's anything on this door.
There don't appear to be runes on
Read
this.
it.
It's just a door.
So there's no discernible markings on it?
No, not really. There's like a little signature on the like bottom right corner, and that's probably just like the stonemason's signature.
Okay. Well, we could try the one thing everyone always forgets to try.
What?
We could knock.
Well, that's a possibility.
I mean, they're gonna hear us if we move this door anyways. May as well see if we might be able to talk our way out of this one.
I think Sana.
Lordstrom, would you like to do the honors?
If I must. He raises his hand to the side of the stone door, and immediately is like grabbed under the armpit, through it, by like a ghostly claw, and dragged through.
Lordstrom! No, wait! I'm gonna dive after him.
The door is still shut.
So I just bump into the door. Lordstrom? Did he like phase through it like the arm did?
Yep.
Well then.
I guess it's my turn.
You wanna try?
I go and pound on the door with my mighty gauntlets.
Okay. It starts to open very slowly. It wasn't as heavy as it looked, apparently. In this chamber, you see Lortrim kind of like bound by black tentacles to the side of the room, and two mud-wraith horrors are just like standing over him. These don't have hoods like the other ones. They're just like a massive blob, and they have like 8 different eyes and like grotesque claws and feet that just like writhe in agony and pain. They look really upset at being alive.
I mean, we could fix that.
Yeah, well.
In fact, that's the plan.
You're gonna have to defy danger. So, Yorvask, you're gonna defy danger. They're gonna like try to leap at you and like slash at you with their claws.
I will. Like, are they leaping in a way to where I can grab them?
You could do that, yeah. They are pretty big,
can
though.
I use strength on that?
Sure. Okay. So you can get out of the way, but you're gonna mark some sort of debility. Or you can take damage and not have to do that.
How much damage would I take?
It would be 2d4. Oh wait, no, that would be an actual hit. Let's say 1d4.
Okay.
What are you choosing?
I'm going to grab the beast and attempt to throw it off.
Okay, but are you taking damage or debility?
Damage.
Okay. 1. Good choice. Alright, so so he's just been thrown off of Yorvask, and you guys can plainly see what's going on here. Lortrim, his mouth is like choked by like a black shadow. He can't really move or speak.
Okay, and these are mud, right? They're made of mud?
Yeah, mud and sand and shadow.
Alright, we'll fire. No, I'm not going to fireball them. I'm going to shadow ball them.
Okay.
Because that worked on the last ones.
Mm-hmm.
So. Huh.
7.
I will take a -1 ongoing. I can't put myself in a spot with this low HP right now.
Oh, that should have been a -1 already.
I prepared spells, remember? After that.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Being cleared. Yeah, I cleared that, so.
Alright, just making sure.
Yep.
Alright, so,
So I will now take a -1 ongoing.
Okay, so cast your
Again.
damage. Damage time.
7.
Okay. So they wince in pain as you loose this shadow fireball clear into them. You hear some sort of crunch from like their side, and parts of their form kind of dematerialize. A few gems kind of clattered to the floor. Back over to your
gems
desk.
do these guys take to make?
back over to your desk.
So, how close are these things?
To you, they're probably within 10 feet. They're kind of side by side.
So, I guess I'll just go for the biggest one.
Okay. What are you intending to do?
Slash it.
Okay, go for it. 10. All right.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Roll some damage. Again,
Why?
that's like the third one for damage.
Yeah,
That's the fourth one.
That's bad.
Okay. Well, so you try to slice into it. You don't really hit anything. You just kind of like shear off part of the mud form of it. It splatters onto the ground harmlessly. Okay, so at this point, Lortram starts to kind of panic. There's something going on, and he's not in any position to resist it. But he's panicking right now.
Okay.
And he's a big guy too. Like he wouldn't panic over nothing.
Yeah. I can't do anything to help him personally. All the damage I've got is fireball or hitting something with an amber tree staff.
Keep in mind that you're more than just a damage stick. You can do things.
I can charm person or go invisible right now, or make something invisible. That's all I've got loaded right now.
You can discern. You can spout lore. You can leap around like a monkey. You can.
So mud wraiths don't happen to be considered people, right?
You're not too sure at this point.
Oh, well, it says the person, not beast or monster, so probably not.
Yeah, for that, probably not.
And the black tentacly things they're holding him on the wall, are they part of the mud monster? Like,
no, they seem to be distinct.
okay, so they're on the wall. Yeah, I don't think I'm looking at all the stuff I can do, and I don't know what I do to get him free of these tentacles.
Can I run over there and attempt to cut him free?
Yeah, you can do that.
That'd probably be the best option, yeah.
Okay, so...
I'll deal with the wraiths, you deal with that.
Check what that would be.
Yeah, that would be a hack and slash still. Okay, you can do this, but, you're going to be slowed down, and you're going to mark a dexterity debility. Is that acceptable?
Yep.
Okay, roll your damage.
Not a one. Not a one.
Okay, yeah, that's enough to loose one of his limbs, and he can start to pry himself off.
Is he panicking as much now, or?
No, he's taking charge of the situation.
All right, good. I'm gonna cast a fireball at the mud wraith horror things, the big ones.
Yep.
So let's hit him again. That'll do it. I can't take another -1.
I mean, you could.
I don't want to take another -1.
Okay.
And I can't lose the fireball, like cheddar ball thing right now. Let's wait. What is the thing I can do?
Can put yourself in a spot.
Well, the casting a spell, I can burn another non-cantrip spell. That's to increase. It says to increase its effect. That doesn't count on this roll. That'd be like damage, right?
Yeah, that would be maximizing damage, or space, or something.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure I can hit both of them. They're pretty close together and they're big.
Yeah.
Let's see. If I put myself in a spot, but I burn my invisibility like slot to lose invisibility until I prepare again to max the damage out.
Okay.
Okay, well I'll put myself in the spot and then deal 12 damage to both of them.
Okay. So before that goes off, it takes a little more time to like overcharge it.
Yep, I'm assuming I get hit before I hit him.
Yeah. So you take 3 damage.
Negative armor?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm not dead yet, so we're good.
Yep.
Getting there. I'm in the single digits.
He just like whips you with like a muck tentacle right across the face.
Ow.
Yep.
Wash that off. But yeah, and then I blast him with an inferno of fire, or shadow fire stuff, yeah.
Okay. At this point, they both dissipate and start to like collapse in on one another. And they collapse to create the Great Horror, which is like even bigger. Not really made of muck or sand anymore, just straight up dark energy. It's incredibly muscular, and it draws like a sword made out of like...
So they're not dead.
Yeah, he wields like a sword made of like darkness, but like trimmed with light energy around it.
So
Told you I seen something evil.
Yeah, so the shadow energy may not have been the best option, guys, in case you were wondering. Lortrim, you were right. I'm sorry.
He like rips part of his the tentacle binding his mouth, and he's like, "Get me out of here! I need to use my sword." And he continues struggling.
Can I rush over to help try and just pry him out?
Yeah, sure.
So I guess we're both prying him out?
Okay, so if you're both working together, you don't have to roll. You both
yeah,
get him free.
Get him free then.
You both get him free. His sword is freed from behind him. He draws it and then leaps at this thing and like locks blades with it. So its weapon is disabled as long as he's in the fight. What do you guys do?
How big is this thing?
It takes up basically the entire room.
Is there a way that I could hit it with a fireball but not Lortrim?
No.
Like, is it big enough that or would it encompass both of them still?
You'd be endangering pretty much everyone.
Okay.
Can I get behind it somehow?
Yeah, you could try to like duck under one of its legs or something.
Then I'll try to get behind it and stab it in the back.
Okay, go for it.
So do I just roll hack and slash, or do I have to do a dex check?
It's hack and slash. Oh. Okay, so you rolled a 6.
Don't forget to mark XP.
Yeah. So it isn't able to use its sword, so its damage is reduced, but you take a full 8 damage minus armor as it like smashes into you with like a great clawed fist and like sunders the ground that it hits.
Okay. I think I know what I want to do though.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a thing where with spout lore, fount of knowledge, when I spout lore about something no one else has any clue about, I get a +1.
Okay. I think there's another one as well that you could probably.
That's know it all when they come to me for advice and stuff. That's something else.
I see.
Does anyone know anything else about this shadow thing?
Lortrim is operating on speculation at this point, so.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do that.
All right. Well, then I will spout lore that this thing is extremely weak to. Wait, you said Lortrim's blade is made of iron, right?
Mm-hmm.
It like iron is like the bait of this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try and spout lore about.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, I got a 10 because I have the ability, so I just dropped it off for this roll.
That is absolutely true. And from what you've seen, it's already in effect. Like his blade is being bound up by like something like way smaller than it.
Just making sure that it's gonna be stupidly weak to iron here.
Yep.
So, is there any way I can pull like an iron dagger out of my adventuring bag?
It says mundane. You can pull out any mundane item. So you might be able to pull out like an iron steak knife or something.
I had an idea.
Well, let's hear what Yorvask is doing.
Well, I was gonna say he could always use the spoon. Yorvask could always use the spoon.
I'm not sure that spoon is iron.
Is it not an iron spoon? Is it a silver spoon, like a silver spoon? Or
anyway, what's Yorvask doing? Keep in mind that any time you deal damage, it's going to be the same die roll, unless there's like a +1 or something involved. So you theoretically could pull something out and use that to fight.
So I guess I'll actually see. What was that goblin sword made out of again?
That was steel.
What was my like? Would my shield be made of iron?
Sure, you can say that.
Okay. I guess I'll take the edge of my shield and jab it in as deep as I can.
Okay. Make it happen.
I don't make it happen.
You do not. It sees what you're trying to do and like kicks the rim of it. It causes it a little bit of pain. I'll say it takes 1 damage, but you lose grip on your shield, and it's sent like skittering down the back of the hallway.
You realize this is literally just a solid hunk of iron. It's not going to go skidding anywhere.
This guy is like the size of an entire room. I think he can do what he pleases.
Okay.
Yeah. So it skids pretty well far back the hallway that you can. And that's what happens. Okay, back over to Silas. Anyone?
I'd totally try and pull like an iron butter knife out of my pocket though. But I do like no damage base, so can I? Well, actually, yeah. Can I just like can I find like a butter knife or something else near me and just throw it at it?
Where are you pulling it from?
Yeah, I don't have like a thing to pull things out of. Wait, I've got a good thing. I've got 1 unnamed book left. Can this book have an iron binding?
Okay. All right.
We'll say this is called the Big Heavy Book, and it's just got a big solid iron binding.
Name it something else, like the Big Heavy Book of blank.
The Big Heavy Book of Bashing. This is a weapon. I have a book as a weapon.
Okay.
That I have, yeah, just because, if I'm gonna have books and nothing else to defend myself with, I may as well have one.
It's like a giant doorstop.
Pretty much.
It's the entirety of Moby Dick.
Yes. And with it's iron bound as well. So.
Well, how about an iron bound War and Peace?
I think Moby Dick might be slightly longer. But
yeah.
Those are both good choices.
Yeah. Heck, it's both. It's back to back. So I'm gonna huck this thing at him.
Okay, you're throwing it or just slamming it on him?
Well, actually, it's the Book of Bashing. I'll just bash him with it.
Okay.
Wait, no. I'm gonna throw it. Yeah, no, I need to throw this thing. Otherwise, It's gonna go bad. That's a volley, right?
Sure. And you
As
can't
opposed
mark.
To a hack and slash.
Yeah, and you can't mark -1 ammo because we already know what it is.
Yeah. I got a 9. What are the things for volley again?
You can put yourself in a spot. You can take minus, you can deal half damage.
Or I could lose the book in him as well, theoretically.
Well, I mean, that was already kind of a given.
Yeah, that's true.
Or you mean lose it forever?
I'd rather. I could. I don't want to do that, but.
Okay.
I say just take the half damage and be able to pick it up again.
I'll take half damage and just try and bounce this book off of his face.
Okay. So since he's weak to iron, I'm gonna roll this 3 times. It's probably not gonna mean much.
All right. I'm hitting him for a good solid 1.
Yeah, 1 damage, but he's stunned. He covers his face after you pelt him with this book, and like
Yeah!
stumbles back. So back over to Yorvask. If you want to deal damage, you don't even have to roll. He's stunned. He's not watching what you're doing. 5 damage. Awesome. So tell us what you did.
I kind of went under him and just punched for the groin.
Okay.
Oh wait, you have iron on your armor, don't you? Or is it scale armor?
I have
It's like
scale armor.
Scale, yeah.
Well, still.
I mean, like a scale armor punch to the crotch, man.
It still hurts for sure.
Yeah.
We ended a boss like that at one point.
I remember that.
You hear him like grit his teeth and like let out like a silent as his groin like completely collapses under your fist.
Ow.
But yeah, he's making like wispy, shadowy noises, like kind of like the noise that you heard last night.
Huh. That's not good.
Yeah.
Can I pick my book up and try and swat at him again?
Before you do that, Lortrum is tangled blades with this guy. He's finally like slapped his blade to one side and then like cut his hand off, so he can no longer wield that sword, and it's
nice.
rapidly
It's just
dissipating.
gone.
It's slowly dissipating. So
Yeah, but like his hand is gone at least.
yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So back to you.
All right, I'm gonna pick my book up and just chuck it right at his face again.
Okay. So to do that, you need to like get around to the other side.
Oh, did it go? Okay.
That's going to be a defy danger.
Can it be? Actually, I have debilities and everything right now, so yeah, it's just gonna be a dex then.
Okay.
I'm 11. All right,
That's
cool.
not bad. Okay. So
Now I gotta
you,
do that again. To hit
tumble
him with it.
and grab the book right up off the
And then-
ground.
Yeah, I'll roll to pick it up, and then coming out of the roll, chuck it at him again. I'll do it cool. Since
Star football player, Selden Arceus.
yeah, wish. All right. So volley again.
Okay.
An 8.
Awesome.
I'll put myself in the spot and say, "Hey, ugly," as I do it.
Okay. He like lowers his dimly glowing eyes towards you.
And yeah,
just,
I want him to look at me and then get hit directly, like in between the eyes with this thing.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. And then it is iron, so.
Yeah, you take 3 damage as he like snaps his fangs in your face.
Oh, I take 3 as well.
Yep.
Is that negated by armor?
Yeah, it is.
Cool. So yeah, and then do I just deal my D4 to him?
Mm-hmm.
Do I get a bonus because it's iron, or?
Yeah, you get to roll 3 times.
All right. I'll hit him for 4. I'll take it.
Okay, awesome. Okay, back to Yorvask.
Is he even like showing any signs of flinching yet?
Yeah, you're like shredding parts of the shadowy form off, so he's like dissipating and misting out.
Nice.
I will slash at one of his legs.
Okay.
Like try to cut it off.
Right.
Oh wow.
That's pretty good.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you totally tell us
One
what
good
happens.
roll for once.
Tell us what happens.
Is he dead, by the way?
So I
Not yet.
slash for one of his legs, and it just my sword goes cleanly through it, and he just falls up to his side.
Yeah, he hits the ground with like an audible thud for once, and like groans out in pain. That was a hell of a blow. However, he's gonna start like drawing in energy from the essence of the surrounding temple. Like you see like bits of evil energy and sand and rock and some magic like life energy. But he's gonna like focus it into himself and make a bomb. So you guys will probably need to defy danger here. As this like collapses in towards him.
Now, this is going to be a weird way to do it, but could I just, as this is trying to explode, like as he's exploding, also chug a health potion to negate this?
You could do that instead.
Like, instead of defying danger, just down the entire health potion one go.
You can do that.
To heal 20 theoretical hit points, minus whatever damage I take from this explosion.
I think it's capped at like 10.
Would it be capped at 10? So I'd heal 10 and then take whatever damage from this.
Okay.
That's my plan, since I'm on the wrong side of the room to run out.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get any bonus from like ducking and covering or something?
Most of this is magic, but some of it is physical. We'll say that you can take 20% less if you duck and cover.
Okay, I guess I'll Constitution it.
Okay.
What's Lorthram doing out of curiosity?
There's like a small inset in the wall, and he's like diving for it. He thinks that's the way to go.
Well, we all have our options. Let's see what happens.
Okay. So he rolls a 9. That is alright. This is a strong hit. That's 5. So you can knock off 1. And armor counts.
Armor counts on this?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna be I'll be personally taking 3, but then healing 10, so I'll just gain 7.
Yep.
Alright, cool. And I've now got half a potion.
And Yorvask takes 4 damage, and then he can subtract 2 armor from that.
I have to subtract 2 of my armor?
No, like you negate 2.
Oh, okay.
So you only took 2.
Yep. Okay, so that the rocks like collapse in on him, and just like everything vanishes. He's no longer there.
I'm gonna look around for some of them gems.
Yeah, you can find probably about half a dozen.
Well, put them all together, throw them back with my cluster, and see how big of a crystal cluster I can get here.
Okay.
Any news on his sword? Like, is it completely gone?
It's rapidly dissipating. If you want to ask a few questions about it, you can.
Is there like a solid center, or is it just completely shadow?
It's like solid shadow, but the edges are kind of like wearing in. You might be able to save it if you had some sort of means to do so.
I have said means to do so.
You want to do that?
I could try.
Because, like, it might be handy to have a shadow sword.
Yeah, could I try and grab it and then, like, while putting some shadow energy into it?
Sure, you can do that.
Alright.
Okay, so keep in mind that this is, like, the size of, like...
I'm not going to try and pick it up, I'm just going to try and, like, hold it.
Imagine, like, the length of two-handed swords.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, yeah. I mean, I have trouble carrying this thing, but I'm going to try and hold on to it at least.
Yeah, so you manage to, like, channel out a good amount of dark energy. You don't want to, like, surrender to give it all you have.
Yeah, I'm not going to pump everything I've got into this. I'm just going to give it, a healthy amount, but not that would drain me.
So the interior of the blade kind of widens out. The white exterior recedes a little bit faster. But, yeah, it looks more stable than it was.
Could I...
So is there any way I could carry this?
Well, I want to experimentally pump some fire and, like, some of the fire energy that I harness as well into it. See what happens if I do that.
The white edges around the side of the blade start to glow with, like, an orange tint.
So is there any way I can carry this?
Yeah, as you lift it, it feels incredibly light. Like there's hardly any weight to it at all.
Perfect.
Okay, I'm gonna slowly take one hand off of it because I'm holding it with both hands. Okay. So I'm only pumping in half as much power at this point.
Oh, I had thought you were done.
Oh yeah, I mean, if I let go, is it still dissipating, or are we good?
Uh, it's it's kind of like a battery that's sat on the shelf a while. Like it's always going to be losing, but you might still be able to use it for a little while.
Okay, and I could theoretically recharge it every once in a while,
Sure.
but I just don't want to, put too much into this and not leave any for myself.
Okay. So Yorvask, mark on your inventory giant magic blade.
See, now I'm a little jealous, but I mean, I wiped out, a stupid amount of goblins in one go, so I'm fine.
Well, you see, I'm kind of a really strong dwarf.
Oh yeah, I probably could lift this thing for a good solid 30 seconds. My strength stat is 8. So,
Mine is 15.
yeah, mine's a -1 in case you were wondering.
Almost as strong as 2 Silases.
Yeah, so you can have that for all I care. I'm gonna check on Lordstrom. How's he doing? Is he good?
He's okay. He was like shot through the side by one of the pieces of rubble, but he's all right.
All right. Who's more hurt, him or Yorvesk?
Probably Yorvask.
Yorvesk, you wanna finish this off? Give him the potion. That'll heal 10.
It's like a red Gatorade.
Yeah, we got red Gatorade and blue Gatorade, and I
Ugh,
think that's it.
don't even talk to me about blue.
Aye, sir.
I mean, I gotta drink blue for that mana, though. That's totally a stat, right?
The lengths you go to.
But no, so yeah, you finish off that heal 10 so that we're not, gonna die the next combat we get in.
Yeah, but I think that's a pretty good spot to end it for today.
Yes.
As
seems
you
good to me.
Yeah, as you dust yourselves off, the sigil that Lortrum was being bound by kind of like collapses, and you see a room full of all your friends.
Hey!
Yeah, through it you see like there's kind of like a prison gate. So next time you can investigate.
Yes, but I at least see them and I'm like, hey.
Yep. Okay, so let's do alignments and bonds. Does anyone have anything that they feel is completed?
No, I only had bonds with Connor and Xena, and I didn't even talk to them.
Okay.
Wait, I will say my alignment for sure I used. Use your knowledge to help your friends to one of their goals.
Okay, who did you help and what goal?
Well, I helped Lortrum achieve his goal of not dying to this shadow thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, that's kind of a given, but yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see. There was another spell lore I made though. What was that one? Oh, I helped us open the temple as well with the book. So I'll say that one was a little bit more of helping someone to the goal. Helped Yorvask decipher the stuff.
Sounds good to me. What about you, Yorvask? Have you completed your alignment?
Well, I mean, I didn't deny mercy to anyone, so.
Okay. Did you make somebody deceptive pay a price?
Would the shadow thing be deceptive?
No, not really. He was kind of like overtly evil and antagonistic.
He knew he was evil, and we knew he was evil.
Can I just like quickly run back to the ship and chop off the goblin's head?
No, I need that goblin. I want
like
a servant.
That's like a day away, so no.
I know.
Okay. So what statement could you make about your bond with Silas Anderson? Or Merfolk?
I would say he's beginning to trust me.
Okay. And what will you do to encourage that?
Let me see. I will attempt to assist Silas in his goals.
Okay. I like that. Alright, you've also leveled up. Silas, have you leveled up?
I have, in fact, and we'll have the move in just a second here that I'm going to take.
Okay. So everyone gets to pick a new move, as well as increase their stats by 1.
Let's see. I'm thinking about either empowered magic, which lets me on a 10 plus take one of the 7 to 9 bad things, but also either maximize the effect or double the targets, which would be really helpful on the always hitting 12s on Fireball and just keep putting myself in the spot.
Yeah.
Or I'm looking at expanded spellbook, which lets me take a spell from any class. Like maybe, healing, the thing we're missing.
That sounds useful.
So I'm going to go with expanded spellbook, and I will probably go take a cleric spell for healing or something like that.
Okay.
I'll figure out which spell exactly, but I'm taking
what
spell.
What stat point did you take?
I'm going to bump up intelligence.
Okay.
I've got a +3. I will never fail my rolls.
We'll see.
Totally going to fail my rolls.
So what about you with your Vesk? What stat point and skill do you want?
Let me see. I guess I'll just go with more strength.
Okay, that seems reasonable. You're near like a break point for it, so 1 point will boost up quite a bit.
Yep. I'll review over the moves, and then I'll put down.
Okay. All right. Thanks to everyone. Thanks for the stream. We had a couple viewers this time. That's always good. See you guys next time.
Bye.
See ya.